Hey everybody out there, Internet Land. James Jordan coming to you live today. Um, I am here with my good friend Marisol Dennis. We are going to be hosting today's Quick Wealth Sessions episode 2, and we're going to be talking about the wealth magnet formula. So this is going to be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to this. So you definitely want to pay close attention. Get rid of any and all other things that you're focused on. If you're on Facebook, if you're in your email inbox, dial in. And did I do that myself, or is that you? Probably me.
Did you do what?
I'm hearing myself on the playback.
Oh.
So.
I don't. Hey everybody, it's Marisol Dennis here from New Jersey, and I am so excited to be on here with James. We've got a great training plan for you guys. Definitely pull out your notepads, get some pens. Put away all distractions, like James said. You are going to want to take notes because this is a formula. This is the reason so many people have been able to really grow their business and blow their business up because they understand this concept. So definitely get ready to buckle down and really get this training and make sure you take notes because you're going to want to know this stuff for sure.
Awesome. I'm excited. So, we're just going to get right into it. And you know what the funny thing was? Me and Marisol, we were talking right before the hangout about how, whenever she starts a hangout with one of her Superwoman group friends and whatnot, there's like some playback going on. And that's exactly what happened to me just now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start breaking this down. And I'm going to share my screen with you. That way, we could get right into the meat and potatoes of what it is that we're going to be sharing with you today. So just give me a sec. And
okay, James, I think it actually said an error occurred, so I don't know. I'm on the page. I'm not sure what's going on the page. If you guys are on the page and you're hearing us live, can you just someone make a comment and let us know that we're good over there?
Let me see. Let me refresh it. Just now.
Okay, I think we're okay.
Okay, awesome. So you guys can see my screen? Can you see my screen, Marisol?
I see you right now.
Okay, so let's see.
Hang on.
I'm going to share the entire screen. Share. And we should be good to go now. So you should be able to see my screen now.
Yes.
Awesome. So, yeah, guys, we're going to get right into it. So this is episode 2 of Quick Wealth Sessions, what we deem the wealth magnet formula. So you definitely want to pay close attention to what it is that we're sharing today because we're going to be revealing the untold backdoor methods for attracting customers and clients on autopilot while you sip champagne on the beach, right? And by applying these Know Thy Customer principles, you will effortlessly communicate to your customers and get them to do almost anything that you want them to do. Also, what I want you to do is just notice as you're watching this entire training, you automatically start attracting higher quality customers who enjoy seeing you at live events or while you're out enjoying your life. But I do want to give you a warning, though. These techniques are powerful. You see, whenever you're using them, be of value and service to your customers to turn them into loyal, repeat customers that will always buy from you and thank you every time for it. You see, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be creating a customer avatar. We're going to be identifying the core of your target audience's desires. Now, until you do this, it's extremely hard to market. What we're going to do is we're going to change that right now with these kid simple steps for ultimate influence. So, action number 1 is just figuring out your customer avatar profile. Think about what's your business and the best customers that you could ever have.
Now, James, I know some people at this point are wondering what is an avatar, because some people have never even heard that term except for the movie, right? So they're thinking Avatar is a blue guy lives in the jungle or whatever, or maybe Avatar is an airbender for you. Who knows? But an avatar is really just the person that you want to do business with, the person whose problem you know you can solve. Okay, so when you're developing an avatar, you're really talking about a customer or a business partner. So you're going to create that in your mind. You're going to create that on your paper so that whenever you're doing your marketing, that's who you're talking to. So the avatar is the person that you're talking to whenever you're marketing. So I just wanted to jump in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, because I remember before I actually did this for myself in my own business, I was just constantly looking to get anyone to sign up in my business, right? And I would end up attracting, people that weren't serious, weren't motivated, would get started, would quit, versus attracting serious people who were like-minded and who are willing to, do whatever it took to go out and get results. And that all came about from me actually going through this exercise. So we're going to start to get into the questions. But what you want to do is that you want to be as specific as you can be, drawing a mental picture of your customer in your mind. So number one is, who is your best customer? What do they do? What does your best customer do? Are they invested with you for a long period of time? Are they a repeat customer? Things of this nature. Start to ask yourself those type of questions, and then paint out the picture of what your best customer looks like. Where are they located? Are they located in your town? Are they located in your state? Are they located in your country? Are they just located across the world? Are they male or female? And what's their name? Like, whenever I, particularly, just to give you an example, whenever I start to create a customer avatar, typically when I'm going after a male, I'll always give him the name Bob. I don't know why, but it's just the first name that I think of when I'm thinking of a male who's going to be a buyer from me. I just pick Bob. And then I talk about what they look like. So, are they overweight? Are they thin? Do they have long hair? Are they balding from stress? What kind of clothes do they wear? Get very specific and get as specific as you possibly can. And what's the average age? What's your target market? When you're starting to think about who your customer avatar is, who your ideal customer is, you'll have an idea about their age range, right? What's their occupation? Like, what do they do for a living? And what are some of their other identifying traits? What do they do for entertainment? What type of books do they read? What type of movies do they watch? What type of magazines that they read? TV, hobbies? What do they do for fun? Education? Did they go to college? Did they not go to college? Do they have a trade? Political views, right? Are they a Democrat? Are they a Republican? Are they independent? Are they a libertarian, right? All these different things, you want to get as specific as possible so that you can hone in on who it is that you are targeting specifically in your marketing efforts, right? Now, some of these questions may be difficult to answer when you start to go through this exercise, but you just want to do the best that you can. Don't get hung up on the fact that you don't know everything about your ideal customer, right? You just want to get in the flow and the process of actually going through this exercise, because the more that you do it, the more that you'll have a clear picture of your ideal customer. You can also get on the internet and do some research if you have to get really specific and dialed in as to who your ideal customer really is. Now, action number 2 is just understanding your market. If you took number 1, you now have a clear picture of your ideal customer. So let's examine your market and the reasons why this customer is buying. So here's what you want to do. You want to answer the questions below. So what's your customer's biggest desire, right? And we have an example here. So let's say you're an acupuncturist. Your biggest desire, your customer's biggest desire is to be pain-free. So what's their biggest problem? Another example, the customer has visited many acupuncturists and no one's been able to help them. And they spend tons of money for little pain relief. And how can you help them now? Example, giving the customer guaranteed pain relief or their money back, the customer feels confident that you can help them and moves forward with the services. Now, what you want to do is you want to take about 15 minutes and answer the above questions just by writing down these answers, and you'll probably uncover improvements you can make right away to your pitch, product, or service. And like I was saying a little bit earlier, the more that you do this and the more dialed in, the more honed in that you get on figuring out who your ideal customer is, it gets really simple to convey a message that speaks directly to them, because you're in their head, right? And you know, if you've studied marketing for any little bit of time, you'll know that the best thing that you can do when it comes to attracting a quality customer is to get in their mind and speak directly to their pain points, to what it is that they're seeking. It just makes it super simple, and the easiest way for you to be able to do this is by really putting yourself in your ideal customer's shoes and walk in their shoes, so to speak, right? So by taking 15 minutes to answer the above questions, it really allows you to get dialed in and honed in, so that you can go out and get the results that you truly want for yourself. And action number 3, what you want to do is you want to review your marketing and make sure it reflects this customer, right? That's key, because if once you figure out who your ideal customer is, right, you've gone through this exercise and you've asked yourself those extra questions, right, then what you want to do is you want to start looking at your marketing to make sure that it reflects what your ideal customer is looking for, right? Speaking to your ideal customer, your customer avatar, speaking to what it is that they're looking to achieve in their life, business, whatever, right? So here's a quick list to get you thinking about all the items that may have your business name and brand on it that needs reviewing. Your website, right? You know, email signature, your videos, keywords like organic SEO traffic to your blog, YouTube videos, PPC advertising, you know, Facebook fan pages, LinkedIn, pay-per-click marketing, for example. One of the best phrases that I've ever heard from a guy named Mike Dillard was, "You can't sell steak to a vegetarian," right? So you gotta focus and hone in on what it is that your ideal customer is really looking for, and where their pain points are, and what they're seeking. And I know I could say it over and over and over again, but until you really do this exercise, you might know on a surface level about what they're looking for, but once you start to do these exercises and you start to do them over and over and over again, you really start to break down the core of why they're doing what they're doing, why they're seeking you out, why they're looking to purchase your product or service. And when you start speaking to them on a core level, it becomes simple and almost effortless, to be quite honest with you, to influence them to jump over the ledge and make a decision to purchase your product. And that's it. So, you know, what you want to do is you want to remember you're reviewing your marketing to make sure that it's accurately reflecting your customer avatar that you created in action item number 1 and in market understanding item number 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get into some bonus goodies as far as your customer avatar research. We're going to talk about that in a few moments. But what I want to do is I kind of want to open it back up so that I want to get some feedback from Marisol just about what I just broke down. And I'll just give it over to you, Marisol.
Well, thanks a lot, James. That was awesome. What I understand in terms of creating your avatar is when we're talking about attraction marketing, people are going to be attracted to you, and the people who are going to be attracted to me may not necessarily be attracted to James, and so forth, okay? So it's not a big competition. It's be who you are when you're putting yourself out there and you're thinking about your avatar. And remember that your avatar is going to be attracted to you. So when you're creating your avatar, it's not so difficult if you start to look inward at yourself. What brought you to your product? What brought you to your business? What issues did you have that your product resolved? And start to think of those questions, because whatever business you're in, there's a reason you're there. There's a reason you got there. The person who attracted you to them, what did you see in them? And start to create your avatar using those things that will draw your avatar into your product and into your business. Obviously, like James said, you can't sell steak to a vegetarian. You can't sell a dairy shake to a vegan. They don't eat dairy, you know. So you have to be really careful, but also remember that who is attracted to you. You know, I'm a grandma of 3 kids, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm a grandma. And so I've got a lot of grandmas that are attracted to me. You know, they're saying like, wow, she's a grandma, she's got grandkids, and she's raised a family, and she's out here online doing this, and you know, I really need the extra income, and I really need to be doing this. And so they're attracted to me because they see that we have like issues. You know, they see that we have same things in common. So when you're creating your avatar, really think about the questions that your business or your product or your sponsor answered for you. and the problems and the issues that your sponsor answered for you and how your product can benefit. Obviously, you don't want to create an avatar that is not going to benefit by whatever it is you're selling or whatever it is you're promoting, you know? So you have to be very careful when you're creating that avatar, that you're really thinking specifically about what it is that you have that can resolve a real issue for them. Because you cannot make any guarantees if those guarantees aren't going to be real. You're going to get a lot of refunds. You're going to be giving a lot of, you know, people are going to be like asking for refunds all over the place. So you have to be really, really careful when you're creating your avatar, that you're creating someone who you know is going to be attracted to you and who you also know that is going to really be helped by whatever it is that you have to offer. So those are the two things that I just wanted to throw out there in creating your avatar that you need to be thinking about. You know, I have battled cancer holistically, so I have a lot of people who are attracted to me who believe in holistic medicine. But I'm sure there are tons of people who do not believe in holistic medicine that don't want anything to do with me. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's cool. I'm good with that. Because I want people who I'm going to be able to work with, who I'm going to be able to connect with, who I'm going to be able to really help them grow. I don't want people who are with me who are skeptical, who are going to give me a hard time, who are going to be kicking tires. That's not the avatar I want to create. So I am going to be completely me, completely transparent. And so when I'm creating my avatar, I'm looking at somebody who is going to be attracted to the person I am, not the person I fake that I am, or not somebody who I pretend to be. Because in this industry, people see through that fake right away, and you have to be who you are. And so many of us think that, you know, I can't be me, I don't have anything to offer. That's not true. I'll be the first to tell you, I'll be the last to tell you. That is not true. You have so much to give, you have so much to offer, and maybe you haven't discovered that yet. Maybe you haven't tapped into that yet. And you will, so don't worry about it. Be yourself, check out the questions, and I believe this PDF is going to be available to you, which is pretty awesome. So make sure you get through this. When you're doing this, this is going to be on a replay. Pause that video. Listen to what James went through. Pause the video at every step and understand fully. Get it. If you don't get it, don't keep going. Pause the video. Go back, review, until you get it. That's what I have to say.
Awesome, and you touched on so many powerful points. Like I said a little bit earlier, when I first started marketing, I just wanted to sponsor anyone and everybody that I talked to, that looked at my business, and I really started to look at what I was doing on a marketing scale, and I was just being hyped, and I was just like, you know, get in, right? And when I started to focus in on what my core values were, who I was looking to attract, I started to talk about those things. I started to talk about, you know, look, this does take work, right? You know, if you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, get off this page right now. I would literally start saying that in my videos, and what started to happen is I started to attract business owners. I started to attract people that were already entrepreneurs, you know, finding me on places like YouTube and Facebook and things of that nature. So this is very powerful. You gotta really hone in on what it is and who it is that you're looking to work with, because I realized that I just didn't want a whole bunch of BizOps seekers in my business that jump from deal to deal to deal to deal. I actually want to make friends. I actually want to make friends, make new friends every single day, and see people go out and create their dreams, right? And when I started to focus in on that, right, my whole message really started to change. And when Marisol was talking about how you have value, you have so much value that you don't realize. Like, we're constantly talking to our team members who may have just gotten started, or they've been in for a month, 3 months, or whatever, and they're sitting there trying to figure out where their value lies, and it really just lies in your story, right? When you can start to communicate and tell people the experiences that you've gone through, right? Like, I'm 26 years old and I have 3 boys, right? Like, that is a lot of immense pressure, and I used to be like so scared to talk about that in my marketing. You know, are people going to judge me? Are they gonna sit there and think I'm a bad dad and all this stuff? And it was like, you know what? I'm me, right? My kids love me, and they appreciate me, and I have no problem sharing that. Like, I just shot a video with my youngest, Josiah, the other day, talking about a book that I read called The Greatest Manifestation Principle in the World. Now, not only did they see that my son is cute, right? People are reaching out to me even more, right? Why? Because I'm being vulnerable, because I'm being open, because I'm letting people know I'm a real person. Yes, I have real responsibilities, just like they do, right? and they're seeing that I'm doing it, so it automatically says to them that if he can do it, I can do it, right? On a subconscious level, whether they realize it or not. So that's when people start to get attracted to you. That's when people start to reach out to you. So you really just got to hone in on who it is that you're looking to attract, and the more specific you get, the easier it gets because you're talking to a specific person. Like I said, I used to try and talk to the masses, and I wouldn't get the type of quality individual that I was looking for. And the moment that I started to hone in on who specifically I was looking to talk to and to attract to my reality, that's when I started to get a higher caliber person, right? So we do have a couple bonuses that we're going to go over as far as a couple websites on how you can get more customer research. So we're going to touch on these lightly. So just give me a sec and let me get back over to the websites. And in a second, in a few minutes, Marisol, you're going to share some stuff on Facebook, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so let me see here.
But I am just excited about this hangout because I know that if people really apply what they learn here, if you really get it, guys, you're going to get it. You know, it makes all the difference in the world. You know, they say if you sell to everyone, you sell to no one, and that is so true. But when you really figure out that avatar, not only are you bringing a higher caliber of people onto your team, but you're also creating bonds of friendship that are just completely priceless, which is what I found out when I started to really attract not just everyone who was in it for whatever reason, but people who really were clear on their vision and, you know, we had things in common.
Awesome. So you can see my screen, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. So, all right, guys. So listen, this is a website called Compete.com, right? So digital insights to drive business forward. So basically, what this does is you can just enter in any website. You can enter in your personal blog if you have a blog. You can enter in a website that you're looking at, maybe for marketing purposes, just to get some background on the website, how much traffic they get, et cetera, et cetera. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to type in Facebook for an example, right? So I can keep it super generic. You see here, so as you can see, Facebook gets a lot of traffic. So if you're not marketing on Facebook consistently, you need to. I can tell you from personal experience. But for example, you're seeing that in September alone, it has had 166 million plus unique visitors to the website itself, right? And what this website does is it gives you some background. So there is a paid version of this. We're just going to go through the free version of it today just so that you can get a basic background and you can understand how to use this website for your marketing capabilities to get research on your customer avatar. So you can go here. You can find more sites like Facebook. And as you can see, related sites, social media, you know, Twitter, Pinterest, even MySpace, right? So now, where does the traffic come from? General portals, right? Email, right? And miscellaneous. So, and of course, you know, you can get more in-depth information with the paid version, and you can compare sites on more metrics. So you can look, and then basically what it does is it gives you some more metrics about how you can use it. But you know, I use this because I was going through it last night just to get some information on some different blogs and whatnot in our niche, and it just gives you a quick rundown of how you can capitalize on the market. You know, where these people are coming from, so that you can understand where you can start to put more of your focus on from a marketing perspective. And
James, one of the ways I use Compete.com is it's Compete.com for a reason, and stay right there on that screen. But at the top where it says Compare With, let's say you were thinking about advertising in 2 different websites. You could actually compare with Compete.com those websites, and it will tell you the traffic. So obviously you want to go with the one that has more traffic, or the one that has more traffic specific to your avatar. And it is true that there's a paid version, and the paid version gives you more insights. But this is a good way to actually just look and see where the traffic is and put your advertising dollars where where the people are going.
Absolutely powerful. And then we have Quantcast, which is another website that's very similar. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in Facebook, right? And as you can see, it tells you, and this is why you got to do your research, right? Because we just went over to Compete.com, right? And they're telling us that there's over 166 million unique visitors, right? And this is something that I noticed when I was looking up different websites as well, between Quantcast and Compete, is that, you know, what I've seen is that typically on Quantcast it'll show that there's less people. So you definitely want to dial in, but on this is why you got to do your research. You're seeing that there's 135 million uniques that go to Facebook every single month. So you know, that's why you got to do your research. That's why you got to start to go through and as you can see, you got the U.S. rank right here. So Facebook is the #3 site in the U.S. and it'll sit here. You can break down and you can look at the traffic, and you can just go from there, right? So then we're going to go over to Alexa. Now, I personally love Alexa. I've been using Alexa since I started marketing online. It's one of the simplest sites out there. Very user-friendly from my personal perspective. And then, you know, but this is why you got to do research, because if you look here, the global rank is 2 on Alexa. In the United States, it's #2, right? And as you can see here, you'll get even more information from Alexa. So you can see how engaged are visitors to Facebook.com. So the bounce rate is a 25% bounce rate, meaning this is the amount of people that decide to leave Facebook after visiting. So 3 out of every 4 visitors stay on Facebook once they log in, visit, etc., etc. And then these are the daily page views per visitor. So when someone logs into Facebook, for example, they will look at over 14 different pages, whether it's, you know, their friends, different links that they're seeing, fan pages, etc., etc. They'll look at 14 different pages every single day, right? And this is a daily time on site. So this is how long a Facebook user typically spends on Facebook, which is 24 minutes and 27 seconds. Right, and then it has the data telling you if it's going up, if it's going down, if there's a spike. As you can see, the bounce rate for Facebook is going up a little bit. Daily page views is going down a little bit, but of course the numbers is going to fluctuate depending on the amount of traffic. Now here's where it gets really awesome, and this is why I love Alexa, to be quite honest with you, is because you'll get some audience demographics, right? And this is all for free. This is what you're getting for free as far as, you know, what's going on. So they'll tell you where they're browsing from. Are they browsing from home? Are they browsing from school? Are they browsing from work? You know, and it'll tell you, you know, what's the average, right? Whether someone has college, whether they have some college, whether they have, you know, graduate school, right? Or whether they've actually graduated from college. It gives you that information. Tells you, you know, male, female. Balance.
Now, James, I want to jump in and just say that is really, really important, because when you're creating your avatar, and if you're talking to maybe the blue-collar worker who's, you know, working a job that's not exactly a brainiac job, and you're talking technical jargon in your videos, they're not going to understand what you're talking about, and they're going to tune you out. So whenever you do your marketing and whatever your avatar is, if you're talking to the guy who's sitting having lunch, you know, at McDonald's or hanging out on Walmart or whatever, you need to really speak to that person. So many times when we're talking, because we know this stuff, it's second nature, and we're saying terms that we use every day that other people may not understand, such as the word avatar, right? So when you're talking, you're doing your marketing, you have to make sure when you're creating your avatar that in your videos you're speaking so that your avatar can understand you. So whoever you're targeting, just make sure that they can understand the language that you're speaking. We did this whole sales campaign, and it was going out to a lot of people back in one of my other companies, and we were very, very specific. No, we can't say that. No, people won't understand that. And it drove me crazy, because I thought what I thought was kind of simple, people were saying, no, they still won't understand that. And and it's because I understood it, and I didn't think it was, you know, a big deal, but they were right. They were 100% right, and we had to really chop down the language so that, you know, the average person who's never even been online can know what we're talking about, because people who want to start an online business but really don't have those computer skills have a very different language than we do who we've been online for a long time. So you have to be very careful in your language when you're speaking. If you want to attract that person who's offline and you want to bring them online, maybe they're not as computer savvy as you are, just make sure that you're talking in a language that they understand.
Absolutely. That was excellent. I'm glad you touched on that. And you know, just to wrap up, Alexa, you can get some geography about, you know, where the audience is coming from. Like, as you can see right here, the majority of visitors to Facebook comes from the U.S. You know, 22.4%, and then from India, 8.1, Brazil 3.9, Germany 3.3, United Kingdom 3.2, right? So it gives you some perspective about where the traffic is coming from. You know, when you start geo-targeting on ads and things of this nature, in your marketing efforts, it gives you the information that you need to hone in on who it is specifically that you need to get in front of, right? Because once you know and understand, once you know thy customer, right, then you're going to start to think about where your customer resides, where they live, what websites do they visit, right? And you're going to figure out ways to get in touch with them via those websites, via different marketing platforms, so that you can connect with them and convey your message to them consistently, so that you can go out and create the results that you're seeking. So with that being said, and we talked about Facebook for a reason, right? Because Marisol, you know, before we got on the Hangout, she said that she definitely could share some stuff on Facebook, and she is a Facebook guru. I can tell you just from seeing her ads and stuff like that over the course of my time marketing online. So I'm looking forward to gaining some insights and just into your mindset and the way that you think about Facebook and how you go about your process.
Absolutely. Thanks, James. In terms of targeting on Facebook, again, it's all about your avatar. It's all about who you're trying to reach. And so when you're on Facebook, and I guess let me just share my screen. Hang on a second. Let me close. If you're not on business for Facebook yet, then I need you to do that right away. Facebook just recently started business for Facebook, and you can get it by going to business.facebook.com. So you definitely want to get business.facebook.com. There's no charge for it. It's just a different type of Facebook that is specific to businesses and people who are doing business online. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the Facebook for Business, and where I am right now on Facebook for Business is I'm in creating your audience, okay? And when you log in for Facebook for Business, when you first log in, it'll be on the right-hand side, and what you'll see is that you can target your location. So if you go United States, Canada, you know, you can add, you can add all kinds of demographics here. So all your English-speaking countries you can add right there if you have products that are just in English. You can target your age, gender, 18 to any, your gender, all, or you can target men or women. You can see what their interests are. Let's say they're interested in, let's say, fitness and wellness, for example. And what you'll see is in the page likes, you'll see that they're liking the vitamin supplements, sports, the athletics, magazines, kitchen cooking. So you'll actually be able to get real insights on where people are looking and what they're interested in, which gives you a good idea on what keywords to target. You know, if you're targeting Zumba fitness or, you know, things like that. So this is where, if you come here, you can also select what education you're looking for in terms of building your avatar. And what you can do is you'll see the numbers and say, oh, okay, so those are people that I want to hit. For me personally, and you can actually add more than one interest. You know, I want to see who's out there blogging. So I want to go to Blogger Service and see, I'd like to find out what's going on with the people who are blogging. where they're going. There's personal blogs, artists, society, culture, personal websites. But what you'll see down here is more insights in terms of their work, what their job titles are, the home office. You can get all of this stuff here in your business profile on Facebook. If we come down here, let me just see more. And I actually had, I don't know, I had this page all set up for you guys, and somehow I lost it. I had a bunch of insights that I had pre-programmed that I was going to do, but you'll see here, if you go to locations, where they're coming from, what are their activities, what you'll see is here, what are the device users, and you'll see in terms of household. You'll even see what they're purchasing. Do they own homes? What is their household income? What is their household size? What are their spending methods? So when you're actually creating an avatar, as you can see, you can go into the Business Insight and you could really find out a lot about different people and actually what they're doing. Because look how many people are spending 86% spending money on clothing, subscription services. So you'll actually see where they're spending their money, and it just shows some pretty amazing insights when you come in here to Facebook Business. Now, I know that Toby just did a whole training on the Facebook Business and Insights, so we're going to make that available to you, absolutely. So I don't want to touch base on what he already did. We're definitely going to make that available to you guys, but I just wanted to make sure that you all go in and create your business.facebook.com accounts and get in here and start playing with the Business Insights. Now, also, as far as finding people, like I said, I'm a grandmother, right? So I want to look at grandmothers for groups. Grandmother's Kitchens. I'm going to retrieve suggestions. I'm sorry, my computer is so slow. I don't know what is going on here. When you're looking to go into different groups, you can actually just come up to grandma, the word grandma, and as you can see, you see all the results for grandma. I can search more results for grandma because I'm targeting grandmas out there. I know we can make money online, and what I'm going to do is up here at the top, I'm going to go over to groups. So when I go over to groups, and again, sorry about my computer running so slow, there's a whole bunch of grandma groups here that I can join, and I could start interacting with grandmas. Okay, Grandma Secrets, Frugal Living, I don't know, Grandma's Father's Love, Grandma's Resale, Grandma's Attic, Grandma's Garden, Grandma's Raising Grandchildren. But this is a way that I can go and I could start to meet other grandparents. And we could chat about our grandkids, and I could start to learn more about them. I can add them as friends. We can start up a conversation because grandmas are part of who I am targeting. And then once I find out what their problems are, if I have something that can solve those problems, then we have something to talk about. I'm not just going to go pitch and, start blasting my links all over the place. I am actually going to see what these different grandmas are posting, and I'm going to pick out the grandmas that are posting things that are positive, things that are positive mindset, things that are funny, things that we can share and connect with, and then I'll start a conversation based on commenting in the groups, and I'll comment in the groups, they'll comment back, they're going to come and check me out because they don't know who I am and I've made a comment on their post. So then we connect through the groups that we're commenting on each other's stuff, or maybe we're having a conversation within a comment thread. Next thing you know, we have private messages, we can send friend requests, and again, I'm still not pitching my business. I want to talk to this person. I want to find out, because this person is now my avatar. This person is the avatar that I have created. This person is a potential client, so a potential prospect. So what I want to do is make sure that she has a problem that I can solve, or that she is looking in the market for what I have. I'm not going to just pitch to her something that I have that she may not even be looking for, because, you know, I'm not a spammer. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that whenever we're connecting with people, we're really connecting with them on a genuine basis. And then if we can solve a problem, if we have an issue that they can, you know, that they have an issue that we can solve, now all of a sudden we have something to talk about in terms of our business, you know. If not, it's all good. I've created a friend. I've made a friend. I love friends. It's always great to have good friends, right? But, you know, don't go out there pitching, spamming. You know, you don't want to do that. That's the last thing you want to do, because you're going to end up, you know, looking like crazy. Not sure why I'm getting feedback here, but let's see. All right. Okay, that's what it was. I think I was listening to myself on your screen, James, on your computer. But, you know, you want to be really, really careful. So once you create your avatar, once you're out there and you're looking at the groups, and I just showed you how to find groups on Facebook, just go up there and whatever your target is, if you're looking for fitness, if you're looking for, you know, people who are in pain, you want to pull up acupuncture like one of James's suggestions, you know, in the actual avatar example, you know, whatever it is, you can pull it up in the group, go to groups, find a group, and start really connecting with people, but not on a spammy basis. Don't do that, because you're going to blow your reputation. You're going to get people who are not going to listen to you because they're going to think you're just trying to pull anybody into your business. You don't want to pull just anybody into your business. You want to pull people into your business and into your product who can use it, and who they're going to be either a loyal customer or they're going to be an awesome teammate. And, you know, you don't want to pull people who are just going to drain you, or, you know, start blasting you because they didn't want your product to begin with, and, you know, you kind of talk them into it, and now they're in it and they don't like it, and next thing you know, they're blasting you all over Facebook. Like, avoid the drama, avoid the stress. Just really be out there to be of service to people. Don't think about, you know, what's in it for you. Don't think about how much money you can make, because that will come once you've really put your best foot forward and brought people into your business in the right way. When you do it in the right way, when you really create that avatar and look for that person and look to solve that person's problems, you know you have a great product, you know you have a great business, you know you have something to offer, but not everybody needs it. Not everybody wants it. And so what you want to do is really hone in by using this avatar process to find who actually does need it, and then you want to connect with people in those groups on Facebook, or through your advertising campaigns, or, you know, through other social media sites, or through your email marketing, whatever it is that you decide to do in terms of your marketing strategies. You really want to hone in and make sure that you can be of service. Make sure that this is someone you really can help, because it's going to make a huge, huge difference when you're looking at your business from that angle than when you're looking at your business from a, you know, I've got to make money, I've got to get people in, I've just got to plow anybody in. In the long run, it's going to hurt you, especially if you're out there spamming your links. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, guys, Marisol wrapped it up. I mean, she basically threw an alley-oop over to me, and it's a slam dunk, guys. When you come from a place of value, it is so easy to attract your target audience. I can't tell you, from someone that used to spam back in 2009 in groups and then attract people, get people to sign up for stuff, they would drop like flies, right? But when I started to share content and really help people, see, the key here, and what we want to emphasize to you, is that the key here is being of service, being of value, and giving without expecting anything in return, right? Because what happens is the more value that you give, right, the more that's going to come back to you. It's just the laws of the universe. So, you know, give value, be of service, help your fellow man, woman, child as much as you possibly can, solve their problems. They're going to edify you. They're going to share your content. They're going to recommend you. They're going to send referrals to you. And then it's going to be almost effortless to go out and build and scale to whatever type of level that you want to. And, you know, that's it. So, Marisol, is there anything else that you want to share with the audience, or that you feel they could take away from what it is that we've shared here today?
Well, I think that what I want to do, the last thing I want to do, is just really wrap up the points if you wouldn't mind opening up that PDF again, or actually I can pull it up. I have it here. I really want to just go over the points again so that people are clear, because I cannot stress enough how important it is to understand your avatar, to understand who you're talking to, and to really start connecting with that person. And so in terms of the PDF, which we should make it available, I'm not sure where. Is there a group, or maybe we'll put it out on this chat? Can we put out that PDF on the chat, James?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Let me just... My computer is being so slow right now. It's so sad.
Don't worry about it. I will get the PDF. So, you got it?
I just want to reiterate the questions that they need to be asking, because we can't say it enough. Who is your best customer? You have a product. What does that product do? Who needs that product? Why do they need that product? Where are they located? Are they male or female? What's their name? The more you dive into this, as James said in the beginning, the better quality prospect you're going to attract into your business. Because when you start doing these questions and answering these questions, then your email marketing shifts, your videos shift. If you're blogging, your blog post shifts. Your status on Facebook, your status updates shift. Because now you're being much more specific when you are talking to the person that you're trying to reach. So I'm going to post the link for this PDF. Make sure you go through it. Pause this video, come back through this training, do the replay, pause the video, and really, really take notes. You know, we only had an hour to pull this together, but I just want to make sure that everyone on here, everyone listening, whether you're listening to the replay, whether you're hanging with us live, make sure you don't skip this part for your business. You know, don't just watch this and say, oh yeah, that was great, and then move on to the next training. If you don't get this training right, all the subsequent trainings are going to be great. You're going to learn something, but you're also going to be missing something. There's going to be a big lack in that business of yours. And if you want to be successful, you don't want to preach to the whole wide world. You want to preach to your avatars. You want to preach to the people who you know you can reach, and who you know you can help, and who you know are going to be attracted to you. And like we said before, what makes them attracted to you? You. You're not the only person in the whole wide world that had your issues, that has things that you're going through, but guess what? You're here. You're here. You're doing it. You're just rocking this business. You are going to make it no matter what. You're on this training for a reason, and someone else maybe needs your inspiration. Someone else maybe needs to see you and say, wow, you know, that person might not be buttoned up and polished and perfect, but that person is a lot like me. And if that person can do this, maybe I can too. So people are not looking for buttoned up and fancy, polished and perfect. They are actually looking for someone that looks like you, that talks like you, that acts like you. They need you. And so who are you to hide yourself from the people who need you? So put your story out there, put yourself out there, get your avatar down pat, and reach those people, because they need you. So understand, this is not about you right now. This is about who you can help. Because once you start to help those people, everything that you ever desired, what you wanted, what you need, is all going to come. And Zig Ziglar said it best, if you want something in life, help enough others get what they want. Because that's how you're going to get what you want. So that's what I have to say, James. I just wanted to reiterate that, and I will definitely get this into the chat.
Awesome, awesome, guys. I mean, Marisol said it all. You know, I could sit here and talk to you for the next hour, but I'd be saying the same thing. And when you get around successful people, what you will find is that successful people say the same thing. They might use different words, different metaphors, but at the core, right, that's what I want to emphasize to you, at the core, it is the same thing. Be of service, be of value. Stop focusing on yourself, right? And know that applied knowledge is power. Go read Think and Grow Rich. Applied knowledge is power. You see, a lot of people, here's the reality. A lot of people will watch this training and go to the next one, go to the next one, go look for the next greatest secret strategy, instead of honing in on this one secret. That when you hone in on the secret, what you'll realize is that you can talk to less people and produce more, right? Produce more because you're honed in on your core audience and that core message, and that's it. So, we love and appreciate you guys for being out here live. If you're watching this on the recording, just use and apply what it is that we've shared today. Marisol, she helped me out today just from peeking into her mind and learning more about Facebook and everything else. I know this is a great training, so you definitely want to go out and use it and apply it. Like, share, comment, leave your comments, share it with your friends, share it with your team members, and just have a phenomenal and blessed day, and just go out and crush it and live your dreams, my friends. Take care.
And the other thing is, don't forget, we're going to be back here next Thursday at noontime for some more awesome training that you do not want to miss. If you want to connect with us, if you want to connect with our team, there's links below this video on the page. Definitely click the links because that's how you can get involved with what it is that we're doing. If not, it's all good. It's all good, but we just are glad that you're here, and whatever business you're in, whatever you're promoting, whatever it is you're doing, we wish you all the best. And we hope to see you on Thursday at noontime next week. Bye, everybody.
Peace out.